Hi, so today we will be going to solve this question. Find first and last position of an element in a sorted array. So this is the question. Given a sorted array ARR containing n elements with possibly duplicate elements, the task is to find the index of first and the last occurrence of an element x in the given array. So for example, if this is the array and the x is 5, we need to print the output the first and the last occurrence of this element. So in this case, the first occurrence of this element is at the index 2 and the last occurrence is at the index 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to output 2 and 5 respectively. So in this example, the x is 7 and there is only one occurrence of 7. So we'll output the index of that particular element as both first and the last occurrence, right? So now let's take a look at how we'll be going to solve this question. So this is the array. So one naive solution can be, we'll be doing linear search. So we can start from the left. So to find the first position of the array, we'll be searching from the left of the array. So whenever we'll get the element, whenever we found an element, we'll simply return that index. So that will be the first index, and to find the last occurrence, we'll iterate through the right of the array, right? And when we'll be iterating right through the array, the first occurrence of that element is the index of the last occurrence, right? So let's try to code this solution so that we can get a firm understanding of this question, right? So the return type of this is long. It's an array list of long type. So we'll first of all create an array list of long type and we'll name it as A because ARR is already used over here. So new array list, right? So to find the first occurrence, we'll start the loop I equal to 0, I less than a n I plus plus. So let's make two variables, or instead of variables, we'll simply add in the array list by specifying the position. So we have started with the loop, and now if ARR of I at any time is equal to the target, which is x, what we'll do is A of array list, which is A dot add, we'll add the position of this element, which is 0, and the actual index, which is I, right? So this will be code for finding the first position of x in the array. So to find the last position, we'll start with the start with the right position and the last. So for int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Now what we'll do, we'll start with the rightward position. So I will be initialized with n minus 1, I greater than equal to 0, and I minus minus, right? So what we'll be going to do is we'll check if ARR of I equal to x, then add at position 1 the index of I, right? Now what we need to do is if number x is not found in the array, just return index as -1. So that is the other case which I am not trying to code, because this solution will take big O of n complexity, right? The time complexity of this solution is big O of n, as we are iterating through the whole array. but the expected time complexity is big O of log n. So if I will try to compile this code, so it will be I will be getting time TLE error, time limit exceeded. So I'll not try to write the whole code for this approach. I'll be explaining you another approach which will be based on binary search. So how we'll be going to do that? Let me explain you. First I'll reset it. Right, so now the expected time complexity of this solution is big O of log n, and the solution which I explained you earlier was big O of n, right? So now how will be going from big O of n to big O of log n? So the answer is binary search. So binary search is applied on a sorted array, and this is essentially a sorted array, right? So now what we'll be going to do is this is a simple binary search problem, right? We'll start from the middle of the element and keep checking if the element is found or not found. It's basically the same, but we'll be doing some more checks to find if it's the first occurrence of that element or the last occurrence. So that will be a slight modification in the original binary search algorithm. So what we'll be going to do is, so for example, this is the array and the target element is 5, right? So now the index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Let me change the color. Yeah. So what binary search says is start with the middle of the array. So in this case the middle is 4, so we'll start with the 4, right? And now what we'll be going to do is we'll check if it's the first occurrence or the last occurrence, or right? So for example, in this the target element is 5, so we'll check if this middle element is equal to 5. Yeah, it's equal to 5. And now we'll check if it's the so for this case I'll be going to explain the first occurrence. We need to find the first occurrence. Don't look at the last occurrence approach right now. I'm just going to explain you the find the first occurrence of the element, right? So now at mid we have found the target element, right? And now we'll be going to check if the element at the immediate left of the mid is equal to the target element or not. See, if this is equal to, if the element at immediate left of the target element is equal to the 5, which is same as the target middle element, so that means that this is not the first occurrence of the element, right? For example, if 5 is present to the immediate left of this middle element, it means it is not the first occurrence, right? It's probably somewhere in the between, or it will be the last element. It's not the first occurrence. So now we'll need to go to the left hand side. Why we need to go to the left hand side? Because we need to find the first occurrence, right? So we'll be going to left hand side. Now we need to check for the middle element again, just a normal binary search. So the middle element will be 2 here, right? And now we'll again check whether the immediate left of this middle element is equal to the middle element or not, right? In this case it is not equal to the middle element. That possibly means this is the first occurrence of this target element, right? Understood or not? So we'll be going to use this fact that if the current middle element if the immediate left to the current middle element is not equal to the target, we'll be sure that this is the first occurrence. So we'll return the position of this element. That means this is the first occurrence of this element, this target element in the whole array, right? So now let's take a look at another example. I'll possibly change the target. Okay, let me make a slight modification in the array. So I'll be how I need to okay, so let's suppose this is not 5, but this is element 3. So the array is 1 3 3 5 5 5 and so on, right? And now the target element which we need to find, whose first and last occurrence we need to find, is 3. So x is 3 right now, right? So now again we'll start with the binary search, and now just for the sake of this, we are only finding the first occurrence. I'll explain you how we'll be finding the last occurrence of this element 2 later in this video. So the middle, we'll start with the normal binary search. We'll come to middle, which is 4. Let me change the color of this brush. So we'll come in the middle. We'll check if the target element is equal to ARR of mid. So mid is not equal to target element. That means the target element will probably be in the left hand side, or it might be possible that target element is not present at all, right? So we'll go to the left hand side, because this array is sorted and binary search can only be applied to the sorted array, right? So now we'll come to the left hand side, and now again we'll go for the middle element for the next iteration, right? And now the middle element of the ARR is equal to the target element, right? And now we'll check for the immediate left of this middle element, and we'll need to find whether the immediate left of this middle element is not equal to 3, because if it's not equal to 3, we'll get to know that it is only the first occurrence. So we'll check if this element is not equal to 3, but in this case it is equal to 3. That means this element is not the first occurrence, right? And now again we'll go to the middle element. For the next iteration, we'll reduce the high to, so earlier high was this, and now, and in the next iteration it reduced to this, and now it is this, right? So 0 plus 2 divided by 2, mid is 1, right? Now we'll check if ARR of mid equal to 3. Yes, it's equal to 3, and the immediate left of this middle element is not equal to 3, right? Yeah, it's not equal to 3. That means this middle element is essentially the first occurrence of the particular element, and then we'll simply return its position, right? Also, we need to do some more checks. For example, if the element was present in this position, so if we'll go to immediate left, so it will give out of bounds exceptions, because -1, we can't do ARR of -1. It is not, we can't do this, right? So we need to do some more checks. If if middle element has reached 0, right? If middle element has reached 0 and the ARR of mid is equal to the target element, that means it will always be the first occurrence, right? So, and to find the last occurrence, we'll be again using this similar concept, that if the immediate right of this middle element is not equal to the current target, we'll simply return the position of that mid, right? And now let's try to code this. Yep. So let's make an array list first of all, because the return type of this function is an array list of type long. So let's create an array list which is of type long, and let name it as a new array list, right? And for initializing binary search, I'll start with low equal to 0 and high equal to n minus 1, right? So let's make two functions for finding first and last occurrence separately. So I'm going to use two different functions, one for the first occurrence, one to find the first occurrence, and another to find the last occurrence of this element x, right? So first of all, let's create this function. So let's name it as find left occurrence, right? So the arguments of this function will be the array itself, the target element, and the low and the high, as usual in any binary search algorithm, right? Also, let's make another function which I'll name it as find right occurrence long ARR, the target element itself, the low, high, right? So now I'll be using a variable called left to get the left occurrence by calling this function. Find left occurrence, I'll pass it the parameters array x, low, high, right? And for the right, I'll calling the right, find right occurrence x, low, high, right? So now comes the main part of this question, to write the actual function to find the left and the right occurrence, right? So we'll start with the loop itself, which is common in all the binary search algos. So low less than equal to high, right? And now we'll be finding the middle element. So mid will be equal to low plus high minus low by 2. Why I haven't directly done low plus high divided by 2? Because there's a reason why I haven't done directly, because to prevent the overflow of this mid variable, right? For example, if the low value is 2 to the power 31 and the high value is again 2 to the power 31, so the mid will be overflowed, because int can't hold 2 to the power 32, which will be the sum of these two variables, right? So int can't store 2 to the power 32, it will be overflow. So what I have done over here is I have done low and then I have done high minus low divided by 2. So this expression will prevent us to overflow the middle element, right? And now we need to write the main part of this question, or of this function, sorry. So if ARR of mid equal to 0, I'll explain you in a equal to x, right? And if it's equal to x and mid equal to 0, mid equal to 0, or ARR of mid minus 1 not equal to x, right? So what I have done over here is, let me check this is yep, so 1, yep. If that's the case, I'll simply return the middle element, right? So what I've done over here is, see, first of all we'll need to check if the middle element is equal to x, right? If it's equal to x, then only we'll proceed further, and if it's not, there's no need to do anything. We need to just manipulate the variables low and high, and if it's equal, then we'll check if the mid element equal to 0. See, if the middle element will be equal to 0, that means this is essentially the first occurrence of this element in the array, right? If the middle is 0, it's the first occurrence, so we'll simply return mid. Or if its mid is not equal to 0, we'll need to check if ARR of mid minus 1, the immediate left of this middle element, is not equal to x. If it's not equal, that means it is also the first occurrence, so we'll simply return mid. Else, if ARR of mid less than x, we'll move to the right hand side, else we'll move to the left hand side. That's common in all binary search algos, right? else if we haven't found any element, we'll simply return -1, right? Because we need to return the -1. See, if the number x is not found in the array, just return both index as -1, right? So this is the left occurrence functions code. Similarly, we'll write the code for the right occurrence. So while low less than equal to high, we'll need to find the mid element, and we need to take care of the overflow condition. If ARR of mid equal to x, just let me add some more parentheses, and mid equal to n minus ARR dot length -1, right? Or ARR of mid plus 1 not equal to x. So let me check if I have added correct amount of parentheses. Let me add one more, right? If that's the case, we'll simply return mid. That will be the rightmost occurrence index. And then else if ARR of mid greater than x, we'll do high equal to mid -1. We need to move to the left hand side, else low equal to mid plus 1. And if the element is not found, we'll simply return -1, right? So now we have got the values or the indexes of the first and last occurrence. We need to simply add it in the array list, right? So we'll add a dot add left, a dot add right, and simply return a. Now let's try to compile it. What's the problem? Oh yeah, I was knowing that I'll get this problem. Error expected in the line 35 and 50. So what's the error? Let's check how many parentheses I have applied. So this is equal mid, yeah, so I need to add one more. Similarly, I need to add one more over here. Now let's compile the code. What is the problem? Oh, sorry, these variables will be of long type because the array list itself is of long type, so we'll need to do long left and long right. So the output of this code is 2 and 5, which is indeed correct. So now let's check for some custom test cases. So I have written 9 and 67, so we need to find the first and last occurrence of this element 67. My output 6 and 6. So yeah, so I think we need to submit it now. Yeah, so that submitted. Good, right? So now let's talk about the time complexity of this problem. See, we are essentially applying binary search algorithm for both left occurrence and right occurrence. So the binary search algorithm takes big O of log n time, right? So the total time complexity of this solution would be big O of log n plus log n. So 2 log n, which is indeed log n. So the total time complexity will be big O of log n. Yeah, thank you.